bleeding, bladder movement, bowel movement, eating, flying, riding, strolling, tears, pus, and indeed everything that exists from the body are all exciting journeys. You're welcome, viewers, to our next episode. In our last episode, we stopped at the story of the statue of Elvis, and that was on page 2 of PMP of August 25 to 27, 2003. We'll continue with that page, and the story here is Woman Makes Pillows from Rare Beds. Woman makes pillows from rare beds. LA. How is it LA or Labage? Okay, let me show you to viewers. I'm not that intelligent. Sometimes I can be. This is it. So viewers can. I don't know where else answer apart or it's LA or something. Okay. So Labage City. LA, I don't know whether it's LA. So it's either LA Badge City or Labage City. So let me take it as LA Badge City. Mont dash. A wild and woolly Montana mountain woman has been slaughtering endangered birds like whooping cranes, bald eagles, and spotted owls for their feathers. Demoralized wildlife official report that Doris Schnabel, an amateur handcrafter, has sold hundreds of embroidered pillows stuffed with the feathers of the rare birds. This is a picture of the woman. Sorry. Of the rare birds. Paragraph. I was horrified when I heard the story, says one animal rights says one animal rights activist. We've struggled for decades to protect these species, and now there's a good chance we may never see another in the wild. This is genocide of the most cruel kind. Paragraph. The whooping cranes, in particular, remnants of a flock that has teetered on the edge of extinction for decades, were believed to have been shot in their nests by Schnabel as they completed their exhausting spring migration from the Texas Gulf Coast. Paragraph. After a tip-off from an outraged customer, federal agents raided Schnabel's craft shop and recovered dozens of carcasses of federally protected bird species. Speaking from the jail cell, I know the end will be jail. She's been selfish. Speaking from her jail cell, Schnabel says she doesn't understand all the hubbub. What's the big deal about using the feathers from birds? She asked. Well, they very well they they are everywhere you look, on the phone wires, in the yard, flying over and crapping on cars. Paragraph. These environmentalist nuts have gone completely off the deep end, adds the gun-toting pillow stuffer. I I can't read this well. If you are gonna eat, if you're gonna eat them away anyway, I if you're gonna eat them anyway, you might as well put the feathers to good use. Why just throw them away? Hmm. Okay, paragraph. Schnabel, who describes herself as a very religious person, uses the Bible to defend her actions. Yes. Okay. And in brackets, in Genesis, it says God gave man domination. Oh, sorry, God gave man dominion over the birds in the air and the beasts on the earth. I take that to be a blessing to use these creatures as he intended. Full stop. These birds are very tasty, and their plumage makes such great pillows. Mhm. It's like sleeping in a nest of feathers. Okay. Full stop. Paragraph. Wildlife organizations are urging the US government to prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law. Full stop. One exasperated wildlife official says this woman must be stopped while there are still some rare birds left. This woman must be stopped while there are still some rare birds left. I heard she plucked and ate a bald eagle. Oh God. But Schnabel refuses to admit that she's done anything wrong. In inverted commas, if those wildlife people could cry sleeping on of my spotted owl pillows, they would change their tune. Let me repeat that. If those wildlife people could try sleeping on one of my spotted owl pillows, they would change their tune. She's still defending herself. Uh, she's still defiant. Mm. They are so soft and fluffy. Maybe the wildlife people should actually try the pillows or one of the pillows. Mm. They're so soft and fluffy. There's nothing more comfortable in the world. Oh my God. I don't know if she alone can challenge the whole world. Uh, I think we're done with that. We're going to the next story, which is flying pig corpses. Flying pig corpses. Canadian motorist was stunned and disgusted when two rotten dead pigs came flying off the back of a truck directly at his windshield dash, along with gallons of liquefied manure, along with gallons of liquefied manure. Aaron Zacharias managed to swerve in time to avoid the decaying hog carcasses. To avoid the decaying hog carcasses dash, but this minivan was showered with the foul-smelling liquid feces. Oh my God! Paragraph. The driver's wife, Lori, and their children were also in the vehicle when the horrifying dead pig and poop incident occurred on a road in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Paragraph. Who would expect to see dead pigs flying out of a truck? Lori told a reporter. My kids were just screaming. The stench is hard to describe. It was unbearable. These are some of the things that could happen in our developed countries. Mhm. Okay. The next story is bastards in class. Bastard in class. A new law in France has students being arrested for rudeness. If people sound off, call their teacher nasty names, or just start an old-fashioned food fight in the cafeteria, they can be subject to up to 6 months in jail. The zero tolerance law also prevents students. The zero tolerance law also prevents students from being rude to firemen, cops, and train conductors. Full stop. Why would a country that loves Jerry Lewis try to discourage class clowns? Why would a country that loves Jerry Lewis try to discourage class clowns? That's all for page 3. Oh, for page 2, sorry. That's all for page 2. We try page 3, even though we might not be able to finish the whole page, the whole of it. Sorry. 12-year-old makes shocking confession. 12-year-old makes shocking confession. I believe I showed it to you in my last video. 12-year-old makes shocking confession. Um, Unknown to the parents of a 12-year-old girl whose name was given as Akosua Giftee, the terrible illness their daughter was suffering, which made them spend millions of cedis in their quest to ensure her complete recovery, was a thing the sufferer, the girl herself, knew about. Yes, I remember the story. I remember the story very well. Uh, Paragraph. The undergrad girl shocked her parents, residents of Ahinsan, a suburb of Kumasi, and the entire members of the Christ Apostolic Church. Kumasi is in Ghana. Kumasi is the second largest city in Ghana. Uh-huh. And the entire members of the Christ Apostolic Church, CAC into brackets, Fellowship CAC Fellowship, popularly known as Aggressive Prayer Center. Okay, popularly known as Aggressive Prayer Center. On Wednesday, July 30th, when the supposed sick person revealed that she was a powerful witch who was responsible for her own predicament and the cause of her family's poverty. So the family apparently spent all of their wealth, or most of their wealth, looking for her welfare. Uh-huh. Poverty. Paragraph. Suspecting her news to be that of a dreamer, Akosua Giftee allegedly swore heaven and earth that her confession was true, so they should allow the leader of the fellowship to pray for her so that she could bring the items she used for the unholy operation to be burnt. Paragraph. According to Pastor Adu Nketia, According to Pastor Edu Nketia, who briefed PMP on the story upon a tip-off in July this year, the aggressive prayer movement organized a 2-week prayer festival at Ahinsan with the aim of praying for forgiveness, the oppressed, the afflicted, and the nation as a whole. The pastor related that on the fateful Wednesday at 11 p.m., while he and his prayer prayer warriors were deeply in spirit praying, Giftee's parents brought her there to be prayed for and to heal her of their illness, which it was alleged had been referred to many shrines, doctors, herbalists, among others, but she got worse every other day. Pastor Nketia continued that whilst they were praying, he saw through the spiritual realm that Gifty was a wicked witch and therefore ordered his prayer warriors to rain prayers on her, adding that in the process, the 12-year-old girl started roaring like a trapped lion, and as if Gifty was coming down, she fell down. And as if Gifty was coming down, she fell down. After which she told all gathered that she was a witch who had caused lots of havoc in the society. According to her, she was an expert in making people become destitute in society. Gifty, the pastor alleged, also hinted that the various sores she had on her body and her fractured leg, the major worry of the parents was as a result of the powerful elements she has secretly hidden in their house. So you see, old paper, but new story. Some of us is new story to us. An old paper, a new story. Okay. Hidden in their house. Paragraph. Gifty allegedly insisted that she intentionally caused the poverty of her parents and that undergoing, due to the affliction she was undergoing, she thought it was discarding she thought it wise, she thought it wise discarding the spirits in order to set herself free. Remember this story very well. Okay, paragraph. In the company of her parents, church members, and other pastors, Pastor Nketia went to their house in the night and she brought certain items she allegedly used to carry out her nocturnal operations. Full stop. At the prayer camp, Nketia said he prayed over the items and set them to flames, stressing that in the process of burning the items, a huge dirty bird, including some reptiles, surfaced to scare the people. But all efforts made to catch these creatures were resisted by these same creatures. They later vanished, a thing that surprised all present. That's why I like these Christians. Christians they don't waste time burning the items of disbelievers in their presence there and then. Okay. They later vanished. A thing that they later vanished. They later vanished. I'm sorry. A thing that surprised all present. Pastor Nketia added that following this horrifying scene, Gifty was prayed for and was warned to go home in peace. Paragraph. The news, as is to be expected, is spreading like bushfire all over Ahinsan. Full stop. Pastor Nketia has now been branded fireman following the miracle he performed. Paragraph. At the time of filing this story, Gifty and her parents confirmed the story and told PMP the PMP the one time which Gifty is now fellowshipping with the Aggressive Prayer Center that is under the Christ Apostolic Church by Ohene Foster, Kumasi. I said, Ohinefasa is not a real name. Sometimes these reporters disguise themselves. Why, I don't know. Mm. Okay. Uh, let's go to the next story. So then that is under the 12-year-old girl saga. Boy 10 exposes criminal father 65 in court. Boy 10 exposes criminal father 65 in court. Okay. There was absolute drama amidst laughter at the Federasi District Court in the Ashanti region on August 7 when an underage boy who was given the mandate to testify before the court on a criminal case ridiculed his father before all present. My lord, it is not true that the three bunches of plantain that were found missing from Madame Akosua Nyaku's farm were from my father's farm. He harvested them from Madame Akosua Nyaku's farm and asked me not to expose him to anyone, even if I am put under severe pressure to speak the truth. Oh my God. The boy has betrayed him. I don't know whether the boy ate some of the food stuff or not. Anyway, uh, uh, put uh, him not to anyone, even if I am put under severe pressure to speak the truth. His 10-year-old son, Idrisu Abdullahi, told the presiding judge, Honorable Richard Asiedu Bedu, and told the presiding judge, and the judge is is Honorable Richard Asiedu Bedu. Paragraph. Abdullahi Sadiq, age 65, the suspect, was standing trial at the court on a charge of stealing three bunches of plantain from Madame Akosua Nyaku's farm, which Sadiq's farm shares a common boundary with. However, at the court, Sadiq denied the charge. This is a paragraph. However, at the court, Sadiq denied the charge and requested the honorable judge to invite his son, who accompanied him to the farm, the very day Madame Nyaku made the allegations against him, to testify. But after he was no, no, no. But after he was given the go-ahead, the trusted 10-year-old shocked the court when he described his father as a criminal because he was responsible for the loss of the three bunches of plantain from Madame Nyaku's farm. Well, I don't know how he would live with the boy later. Okay. Uh, all the shameful, dumbfounded old man could do after he was exposed was to exclaim, "Oh, my son, you have jailed me." In the courtroom, so, "Oh, my son, you have jailed me." You jailed yourself, not your son. Oh my God. Oh. I remember this story too. He said, "Oh, my son, you have jailed me." I think that's why I insisted in keeping these papers. Briefing the court about the unfolding drama, Chief Inspector A.K. Sechi narrated that Madame Akosua Nyaku, uh, a resident of the Kuramponso, a resident of Kuramponso, a town near Efiduasi, is said to have been complaining often about some people stealing from her farm, which shares the same boundary with that of the suspect. Uh, the prosecutor said that somewhere in July this year, Madam Nyaku, who had earlier got hint that Sadiq and his son had gone to the farm, also went to her farm to find out if her suspicions were true, since she had long suspected Sadiq. And Sadiq, and to her amazement, she detected that three branches of her plantain had been harvested by an unknown culprit. But efforts to find Sadiq at the farm proved futile, though Sadiq was at the farm early in the morning that fateful day. Paragraph. Madam Nyaku PMP gathered out of suspicion and with rage returned home to confront Sadiq, but did not meet him, and rather met Idrisu, his son, who was standing behind a basket loaded with the three branches of plantain. When queried, Idrisu refused to explain where they got the branches from. Therefore, Madam Nyaku reported the case to the unit committee members, who, upon their investigations, detected that Sadiq stole the food item from Madam Nyaku's farm. But the 65-year-old man was firm to deny the charge of stealing. But who will ever accept stealing? Nobody, unless they go to the police station and are given slaps. Pardon me. 65-year-old man was firm in denying the charge of stealing. Prosecution, paragraph. Prosecution further revealed that Sadiq was later arrested and charged with the offense, and at the court, he continued to deny the charge leveled against him, thinking that his son would support him. But the opposite happened when his own son explained in detail how his father went about the stealing and warned him not to tell anybody, and warned the boy not to tell anybody. Honorable Richard Asiedu Bedu, presiding judge, slapped him with 1 million cedis, with 1 million cedi fine, with 1 million cedi fine, or in default, be sentenced to a 6-month jail term. Paragraph. Honorable Asiedu Bedu, announcing the fine, expressed regret about the old man's conduct and said he found it appropriate to give him severe punishment, but he took his age into consideration by Ohene Foster, Efiduasi Ashanti. So you see, there are a number of things odd about this thing. First, the man is 65 years. Second, he's a Muslim. He bears Muslim's name. Stealing from a Christian. The woman is not a Christian. You see, that's the second thing. Third, the name Sadiq is an honorable name. Mm. If I remember right, it's truthfulness. Mm. Truthfulness. And look at that. 25 years Muslim, stealing from a Christian, and then the meaning of the name, truth. Truth. Mm. And you are doing these things. And he didn't take it for hunger because he was hungry. If it were once, God forgave him, or even two, God would have forgiven him because he took it because of hunger. But he was doing it for, quite some time. And God himself put the spirit of truth in the boy to tell everybody or to expose the father. So when the father exclaimed, "Oh, my son, you have jailed me." What sense does it make? You jailed yourself, Sadiq. Hmm? You were doing it and you made it a habit of stealing to feed your family instead of going to farm. It's sad anyway. So you see, I think viewers, we shall end here. When we come back, we will go to the rest, the other half of the right part of the page. That's page 3. Let's see. It is man with 3 wives jailed for raping girl 13. Man jailed for raping a sheep. Pay. Okay, viewers, let's end here till our next episode. May God bless you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Ila lekai.